Hi, this is Naomi with Sword and Steel, and today we're going to be enjoying issue 474 of the White Dwarf magazine. We're going to check out the rules and the free stuff inside that you can get. Looks like there's rules for Harlequins in Kill Team, rules updates for the Blades of Khorne. I'm going to be particularly interested in that. Not that I've played Khorne recently or often, but I've got a whole army back there, so I probably should check it out. Oh my gosh, I'm excited to check this out, so I hope you enjoy the video. Stick myself in a corner here, get out of the way, and try and make certain I don't cover up anything that would be interesting for you. All right. Alright, here's the posters. Oh, it's bigger than I thought. Oh, do you see that? It is 4 times the White Dwarf. Oh, look at that. Bloodthirster. Oh, it's double-sided, isn't it? Bloodthirster versus you guys. Oh, it's the Total War, right. And it must be double-sided because that's not the picture. There we go. Word of Change versus a dragon of some kind. I've seen videos about this game. Oh, looks great. I like this. Cool, double-sided. Neat. Oh, should I go with... Where am I going to put it? Oh, back there with my bloodthirsters. But then I wouldn't get to see the Lord of Change. Gotta put it somewhere. Oh, I like that. Thank you, White Dwarf team, for doing that. What do you got? This is the cartoon boxes, which I also like. Also 4 times the White Dwarf. Smaller than a Kill Team board, 4 times the White Dwarf. Cute. Cute. Oh, okay, previously, they had it where, you'd have to cut it out yourself, but from the feel of it, it's actually push out. Nice. Beasts of Chaos Herdstone updated, and more importantly for me, my Khorne is an updated skull altar. Beasts of Khorne. Beasts of Khorne. Khorne demons haven't been updated in a wee bit of time. Alright, let's see what the skull altar does in 3rd edition. Only Blades of Khorne armies can include this terrain feature. Set up after territories are determined, you can set up this faction terrain feature wholly within your territory and more than 3 inches from all objectives and other terrain features if both players can set up faction terrain at the same time. Blah, blah, blah. Defensible. The terrain feature is a defensible terrain feature that can be garrisoned by 1 hero with a wound characteristic of 8 or less. That is nice, actually, because you know you're going to have your priest on there. So, nice. Well, that's a good spot for your priest. And a bunch of guys that he can just slaughter. Words of Hate. You can reroll chanting rolls for friendly Khorne priests only within 8 inches of this feature, which is where I would be putting my priest for sure. Witchbane. While any terrain feature with this scenery rule is on the battlefield, if a spell is miscast, the caster suffers D6 mortal wounds instead of D3. Well, that's not too bad. Just, you know, if you get a 1 or a... doesn't count as priesty stuff that wouldn't count as spells, right? Anyway, if you get a 1 or double 1, it means you get D6 instead of D3. Not really a kind of lore cool thing, but wouldn't see it happen very often. Invoke Judgment. While a Khorne hero garrisons this terrain feature, it can attempt to summon invocations in the same manner as a Khorne priest and benefits from the Words of Hate ability when it does so. Cool. Turns a hero into a Khorne priest. It's interesting. Interesting. Cool one. Blood for the blood god, skull for the skull throne. Alright. Galactic War hosts Astra Militarum, rules for Harlequins on Kill Team, rules updates for the Blades of Khorne, new Warcry campaigns and characters. Ooh. The Tomekeeper's saga continues, and much more for Warhammer Age of Sigmar and Warhammer 40,000. And Flashpoint Necromunda, which we now have a whole Kill Team box for. Cards for the Card God. Hello, Lyle Lowry. We're fans of Kill Team out White Dwarf. Me too. You can probably tell from the 4 new factions we've introduced to the game in the magazine. I have noticed. I appreciate those. We're going to be playing one of those directly from your White Dwarf. Number 469, the Thousand Suns one. We're going to be using those for Thousand Suns. As soon as we get a chance to play it. In this issue, we're showing some love to the 6 kill teams that debuted in Octarius, Chalmeth, and Necromunda. Boxes with punch-out, fact, attack op cards. Well, that is always nice. In addition to that, this issue includes 4 Warcry cards for 2 new heroes and their abilities, and Age of Sigmar Warscroll cards for a couple of faction terrain models that have been recently updated in White Dwarf's Battle Tome updates. Cool. There's even a pair of posters. How did I miss the Skull Altar? Maybe it's that one that I haven't opened yet, because it came in way later. Should probably get to that. Okay. Before we leave the subject of Kill Team, let's talk about the new rules for Harlequin Kill Teams presented. Alright. If you ever want to try out a small force of Harlequins, that is the perfect way to do so. Oh, look at that. Look at that tank. Look at that tank. Go on. Ooh, pretty. Look at that purple. Korgoroth. Come here. Tau Kill Team by Adam Calver. Oh, nice. Nice plasma. I'm working on plasma, so looks nice. I like the pretty color scheme. Ooh, pretty blue. I wonder what blue that you used. Is that Talisar blue, perhaps? Pistols at dawn. Ooh. Nice. Oh, I'm covering it up. I like that. Look at that. Very cute feature. I like that. That was by Alex Cardinal. Mirror Banshees by Elaine Duvaker, I think. So pretty. Pretty. Korgoroth by Shane Hickman. Yeah, my Korgoroth is not done. Korgoroths. Need to finish painting the Korgoroths. Looks good. I like the blackening of his shoulders. And below the knee. Looks nice. Flesh Terror's Captain by Olafur Olafsson. That's a cool way to use the Justicar. Judiciar. Guy with the lamp. Those are nice wings. Those are Ravenflock wings? I wonder where those wings came from. I like it. Flesh Terror's Captain. Cool. Very cool. The Weekend Wag. Oh, I'm so excited. He needs a battle wagon to carry those. He's got cow skull. Saka on Speed Freaks. Nice. Dylan. That's Dylan. Oh, hello, Dylan. Good job. Have fun. Ooh, cool. Untamed Beast. Those guys. Oh man, is that what he was going for? Was he going for? I don't know. I don't know if he was going for that, but it kind of gives me a Braveheart kind of theme. I like it. I like it a lot. Those are really pretty. Model of the month is the Skink Star Priest. Oh, look at those color transitions. Oh, nice rock. Oh, what am I doing again? It's fine. Ah, pretty. So pretty. This one is by oh, and those guys are by Alex Gilbert, and this is by James Wilson. That's pretty. There's so many pretty things today. Iron Jaw Mega Boss by Lawrence East. Oh, look at that rust effect on the ground. This little guy. Oh, you can barely see him. He's cute. Scout Sentinel. Painting questions. Anyone for someone who wanted a painting question answered? William Waller. It has now been answered for this cowl. Big well done to the White Dwarf team, says Dan Swindleworth. Goblin Blood Bowl team by Joel Parkey. Hero's Path by Martin Griffin, the Harlequins. Pretty Harlequins. Chaos Lord by Gilam. Rome. Oh, nice bracken. And Blade. Pretty. Alright, what do we got? Ooh, it's how you say things. Worlds of Warhammer delves into the background of the Age of Sigmar and 41st Millennium, looking at how stories are created and legends are born. This issue, Phil is revisiting one of his favorite subjects, talking about how to say stuff. Thank you, Phil Kelly. That's Phil. Phonetics. Yes. Let's see what we've been saying wrong all along. Okay. This gives them a sense of great age and power. Castelli. Oh, I'm saying it right. I'm going to say what I think it is versus how it actually is. Castelli. Castuli. A bit like Castellan, but Castelli. Cool. Avangoril. Avangori. Ooh, that was two eyes. Oop. Avangori. 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 Virkos. Virkos. I was saying that wrong. I was saying Virkos Dynasty. It's Virkos Dynasty. Thank you. Radukar. I was saying that right. Good. Virkos Dynasty. I have Radukar the Wolf from the Virkos Dynasty. Belladama Volga. Okay, that's enough. Sounds like vulgar with an O. Volga. Terrorgeist. Well, D&D player already knew how to say the Geist. Lokavai. Oh, to rhyme with plow. Oh. Laukavai. To rhyme with plow. Laukavai. Vangorian Lord. Got it. Mortark. Yep. Of X, Y, and Z. Sure. Manfred von Karstein. As in pine. Or Einstein. Neferata. I think that's good. Prince Vordry. Good. Vargeist. Prince Duval. Aeneas Curseborn. Annias Curseborn. Velus von Fane. Okay. Gorath the Enforcer. Gorath the Enforcer. Ath as in Cath. What is Cath? Gorath the Enforcer. Ulfinkarn. Ulfinkarn. That was good. Ulfinkarn. Gorslav the Gravekeeper. Gorslav. Yeah. Slavering. Lady Annika. Good. Kritza the Rat Prince. Kritza. As in pizza. Popular food down in the sewers. Kritza. Pizza Kritza. Kritza the pizza lover. Vargskier. A Korsargi Night Guard. Sepulchral Guard. I've been saying that mostly good. Glorio Van Alten the third. Glorio. Glau rhymes with plow. Darn it. Glaurio Van Owlton. Oh, it's not Alton, it's Owlton. Glaurial Van Alten the third. Jelson Darrock. With gel as in hair gel. Jelson Darrock. So this guy is much more interested in coffins than coiffer. Jelson Darrock. Kulathis, the exile. Kulathis, I guessed it right. The exile. Lath to rhyme with Kath. Okay. Kulathis. Cleona Zeltengale. Zeitengale. Oh, it's EI. Okay. Cleona Zeitengale. Imelda Braskov. Brass as in sass. Or sassy nerdling. Dagnai Holdenstock. Octrin Glimscry. Brutog Corpse Eater. I got it right. Got most of them right, except for the skiers and the ows. Sorry. Where was this? This was 474. There's another one. If you missed it, there is another White Dwarf that has a whole bunch of proper pronunciations for a variety of different things. And I very much enjoyed reading through those as well. It was quite nice. There's more. Luminous Realm Lords. I bet I brutalize these. I hope you enjoy going through them too, because I'm gonna go through them. Lumineth Realm Lords. Lumineth, as in luminous. Luminous. Venari. I said that right. Sinari. Oralin, as in aura. Another light-tastic word. Oralin. Okay. I was saying Oralin. It's Oralin. Alarith. Hurricane. Hurrah! Or is it Hurricane? Well, it's hurricane, but hurricane. All right. Sinari Cathalar, the person I always forget for some reason. I call mine Kathy. Cute. Sinari Cali Grave. Archmage, Teclis, and Silinar. Archmage. I guess some people wouldn't know how to spell mage, or say mage. Archmage, Teclis, and Silinar. Avalenor. Avalenor, the Stoneheart King. Avalenor. I was saying Avalenor, it's Avalenor. Teclian. Heshin. Severith, Sword of the Seven Winds. Severith, okay. Elania and Elithor. I got it right. Lyrior Thrall. Lyrior. Uthral. With the li as in little. Lyrior. Uthral. Emetrica. I was saying that right. Good. As in symmetrical, with ends cut off. Emetrica. Mirari, light color. Alan, the Mind's Edge. Aelin, the Mind's Edge. Senila, Bahanar, with the ba as in band, Bahanar. Stormcast Eternals, Indrasta the Celestial Spear, Indrasta the Celestial Spear, interesting times. Knight Arcanum, oh, Arcanum, okay. Knight Arcanum, with the sound in our curriculum. Knight Arcanum. Okay, I will say it correctly. Knight Arcanum, or I'll completely forget. But at least once upon a time I knew it. Lord Imperatant. Pin. Praetors. Yep, as in pray you're not in range of that whacking great halberd. Praetors. Bastion Carthalos. Bastian Carthalos. Bastian, not Bastion. Bastian Carthalos. Crondus, the son of Draconian. Crondus, son of Dracothian. Crondus, Karazai. Oh, I was saying it right. Thank goodness. With the K as in cat. Karazai, Draconis. Angelos Conclave. Knight Judicator. Draconis. Or it would be Honest. Draconis. Skjordamar. Uskavar. As in goose. Oh, Uskavar. You can really give it some welly at the front of the word. What is welly? Uskavar. Sigmarite. Calthea. Zandire. Calthea to rhyme with Althea. Doraz Giantfell. Okay. Doraz Giantfell. Luxa. Stormrider. Taros. Cruel Boy Orc. Killabos on Great Nash Tooth. Swamp Color Shaman. Oh. I call them shamans, and they call them shamans. All right. Kragnos. Oh, I was thinking it was Kragnos. It's Kragnos. Rattle the furniture when you pronounce this for best effect. Got it. Marshcrawla Slogoth. Gordrak. Gore is pretty popular in Warhammer. So is blood. Do you know how many Khorne things start with blood? A lot. Gordrak. Gobsprak. Gorka Morka. Manok da Cunnin. Torka Tuff Skull. Crook Grin. Gicket. Shank. Sometimes there's no better way to phonetically spell it than using the actual word itself. Shank. Ooh, what's that? A little extra reading. What would you like to read about in Worlds of Warhammer? Let us know your thoughts and we'll pass them on and you send it to them. Okay. In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war plus new fiction from the Necromunda Gauntlet. A huge hobby gallery for the Astra Militarum and wealth of exciting new kill team content. Look at that Astra Militarum Horde Regiment Army. Cool. Versus some Chaos Space Marines. All right, Loyalty Part 1. Amid the hardships and privations of war, those soldiers of the Chimer 64th and the Hydran 88th draw strength from their faith. However, when questions are raised about their beliefs, Major Jessamine Hesper must make a difficult choice. The Astra Militarum, galactic war hosts in a series of modeling and painting articles focusing on the many factions and sub-factions of the 41st millennia. Don your flak jackets and charge your las guns, because this issue we're looking at the regiments of the Astra Militarum. Ooh, creating color schemes. Urban colors and jungle colors. How neat. The Honey Badger Sentinel Squad by Martin Warren. Nice and camouflaged. I like the addition of these plants and these pennants. Cute. Tallarn Desert Raiders by Lewis Collins. Oh my gosh. Little short fella. Very well equipped though. Tallarn Chimera by Lewis Collins. I like the aging. That looks very nice. The Lost by Stuart Nichols. Whoa, that's a strange face. And nice face. Interesting face. Very creepy face. They are orc hunters. Oh, that he took inspiration from the Armageddon orc hunters, he says. Oh, look at that big guy. Look at that big guy. Death Core of Krieg Bane Blade. Nice. Like that. Nice. Nice little addition, these little chains. Rusted chains, looking good. Looks good. By Luke Blake. What are they? Indigan Prefix by Josh Noy. Militarum Tempestus Science. I enjoy this purple and cream color scheme. And your little rock on the bottom. Vitruvian Immortal by Andy Barlow. Feels a little bit strange to see the Stormcast Eternal face on such a little guy. I like it. I used a Deathcore Krieg body with Stormcast Eternal Vindictor for the conversion. And Imperial Commander by Neil Roberts. He's a very sophisticated looking fellow. Interesting drop into the underground. 43rd Iotan Dragoons by Adam Cooper. Oh, pretty. Is that contrast paint over? Yes, contrast paint over Lead Belcher. Thought I recognize that. Contrast paints over metals are quite nice. Quite nice. Yeah, quite nice. Okay, the Efengi, if I'm saying it right, Efengi. 7/28 Lead Eaters by Richard Garton Wheels. I like the green. Look at that green. Look at that bright green. It's pretty. Is that head from this group? Feels like I've seen that head somewhere else. Valkyrie by Adam Cooper. Nice straightforward Valkyrie. I like the look of the Valkyrie. I like the look of the Valkyrie better than the Storm Talon gunship. Ooh. Different kind of Valkyrie. What is going on? Vale's Grace Vulture gunship by Lou Bowen. Cool. Nice little addition of your of a building down there. A Tamarian 65th Veteran Squad by James Bragg in grey with some dusty boots. Good. A Tamarian 65th Hellhound by James Bragg. Nice aging effect down at the bottom. Dusty, dusty. Traveling through some dusty areas. Oh, red. 133rd Lambden Lions by Luke Dunford. Right, red. Looks good. On ice and snow. 133rd Lambden Lions Thorax by Luke Dunford. It's a cozy little vehicle with big guns. Well, not enormous guns. They'll do work on infantry. Right, so we've got more punch-out cards. We've got Veteran 1, 2, 3, Veteran Guardsmen, Fac Ops, Commandos, Novitiates. Don't mind if I do, because I'm actually going to be getting my novitiates. I put you... I'm going to keep you in there for now. Take out my novitiates and put them in with the novitiates. In my Chalnath book. Just put you right into the Chalnath book. They're coming out. Maybe I should take them out. I'm leaving them in there for now. Vostroyan Bulgrins by Martin Cashmore. Oh, look at you guys. Oh my gosh. You've got little hats on. Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. Ogren Orc Hunters by John Bell. Nice. Orc heads over top. Orc skulls and orc scalps. Heads. Severed heads. Operation Briefing. Operation Briefing is a semi-regular column about the rules, tactics, and gameplay of Warhammer 40,000 Kill Team. This issue's column is all about critical operations, the most tactically challenging of all the operations. The Critical Operations Mission Pack in the Kill Team Core book includes a set of symmetrical missions, mutual mission rules, and mission objectives that are best suited to thought-provoking tactical play. As such, they are appropriate for match play, in which the mental battle between two players can determine the victor. Perfect. Right for Kill Team events. Varied warfare, right tools for the job, adapt or die. The Dance of Death, even amongst... let's see, Harlequins. Even amongst the agile and graceful Eldari, the Harlequins of the Void Dancer troops display an almost preternatural level of dexterity and skill, although appearing random outsiders. Their covert actions are precisely directed to shape the fate of their race. Some chats about the Harlequins and Harlequin Void Dancer troops. Spears of the End of Days. War gear and weapons and war gear of the lethal arts. Harmony of the Eternal Moon. Alright, names and demeanors. Void Dancer troop. Alright, so a Harlequin troop. Below you'll find a list of operatives that make up a Void Dancer troop kill team. So one lead player with either one option from each of the following: Fusion Pistol, Neurodisruptor, or Shuriken Pistol, Blade, Karis, Embrace, Kiss, or Power Weapon, and then 7 Void Dancer troop members. Other than player operatives, your kill team can only include one of each operative above. So joining in on a Harlequin group wouldn't be too bad at all. You get yourself a troop. You can have a Death Jester or Shadow Seer as well. Not too familiar with what's inside a troop, whether a Death Jester and a Shadow Seer are already involved, since they come separately. I'll check it out, because I've never put together a Harlequin troop yet. Alright. Attack Ops. And their archetypes are Infiltration, Recons, or Seek and Destroy type cards. Abilities, Strategic Ploys, Tactical Ploys, Between Colors, Domino Field. What was that? Say death. Kill. You've got your lead player, your Death Jester. Well, that looks like the single character. Psychic powers. He has his Shrieker Cannon and Shriek Blade, all sorts of different ones from your Seek player and Shadow Seer. Okay, you got some equipments. Ooh, it has 3 APL. 6+ save is not good. Oh, but they have 4+ invuln saves, so that's pretty fun. 9 wounds, 8 wounds, 9 wounds. Tougher than my novitiates. Void Dancer Troops, Spec Up Rules, Rare Equipment, Strategic Assets, Spec Up Stance along the... Ooh, Spec Ups. Each time you would select a Spec Up for your kill team to be assigned to you, if your faction is Void Dancer Troop, you can select one from the following lists below instead of selecting one from an alternative source. And there are a bunch. That's good. Oh, you got some color schemes. How to paint that. Do they really say paint it by hand? I guess you could paint it by hand. I don't know. Well, all of those folds, though. I guess it would be easier to paint it by hand. Steady hands, steady hands. I'm glad I'm not doing checkers. I am glad. Oh, but sometimes I suppose they have where you even it out and just design it like that using Abaddon Black. I would probably suggest a liquid paint, like a contrast paint instead. I find them easier to make simple lines better than Abaddon Black would. So Black Templar or Griff Charger Grey might be easier than Abaddon Black. Of course, they have done it, so I guess they know. But having done a fair bit of line work, I think it would be easier with a dark contrast paint. Just saying. That came out nicely, though. And also with line work, I would say if you're going to thin down a different color like that orange, you wouldn't want to use water to thin it down, just because it would reduce the opacity and less even fashion. You might want to thin it down with a medium of some kind. Doesn't particularly matter the medium, as long as it starts off less thick than it started. Echoes from the Warp. Echoes from the Warp is a regular column about the rules, tactics, and ongoing development of Warhammer 40,000, presented by Teams Games developers. This month, Duncan Sorry, Duncan. Joins us to talk about the Rule of 7, and no, it has nothing to do with Nurgle. I did immediately think Nurgle. What does it have to do about? Guess I shall have to read to find out. Oh, he talks about neuroscience. Don't mind if I do. I'll give it to that though. What? Nosgrat. Oh, more of them. Okay. Just wondering. What is this? My first encounter with Warhammer was back in 1999 when I went into a Games Workshop store to see what it was all about. I got a free model and was shown how to paint it, and after that, I was hooked. I joined an after-school club and played all the way through secondary school and college. We didn't really know the rules. We just played on the floor with green mats and books for hills. Cute. Books for hills. Sounds fun. Martin Jones is... He chats about orcs. Orcses. They're pretty orcses too. The blue ones. Death skulls. And what do we got here? Let's do it. Glory to the martyrs. Don't mind if I do. Pathfinders. Legionnaires. Legionary. Corsair Voidsguard. Cool. Alright. Army Gallery. Lucky Blue Gits. Pretty. Some Deathworld Forest terrain in there. Oh, is this Battleford? No. Alright. Ooh, how he painted all of his guys. Such a pretty blue. I knew it was Telesar blue. And Aethermatic blue. Pretty. Telesar blue is very opaque in comparison to Aethermatic blue. They're not the same thing. Contrast paints from one to the other are not the same thing. So when you try one, don't assume that all the others are the same, because you kind of have to get accustomed to each one. Aethermatic blue is very thin, and you need multiple layers to get such a bright effect, while Telesar blue can do it in one layer. They are not the same thing, but they be glorious in their own way. I like the idea of the Aethermatic blue being more, you put a blue underneath it and then put the Aethermatic blue on top would be a faster way of using it. Or just do it in layers, but kind of like using it in that fashion. Or you put it through the airbrush and then it's glorious, particularly over metal. Tip. So is Telesar blue. Glorious over metals. Paint, brushes, and Action McFarlane Toys produces a range of incredible Warhammer 40k action figures, which I very much enjoy. The hobbyists around the world are painting for their collections. Here are 7 stunning examples of how you can paint your bigger churs, the miniatures, but bigger. I know I have one. He's still in his box. I don't have you yet. I have Space Marine. Space Marine by Louise. Look at that. Look at that model. Oh, so great. Oh, look at those. By Nick Payton, Hellblaster. Nice plasma glow you got going on there. Order of the Shard and Shroud battles and stuff. Oh my gosh. Look at that fabric. Hold on. Look at that fabric. Oh, you really went with that old fabric. Look. I'm assuming that isn't real fabric. I have to check it out because you made it look so fabricy. Fantastic. The things you can do with bigger miniatures. Look at that. So great. That was by Drew Paley's. And Necron Flayed one by Mark Bedford. Max Fahey. That's a Necron warrior. Imagine if you actually played a game with your guys this big. I guess that's what Knight players do, technically. They do play their Warhammer with models this big. I need more knights. That's just answers that, right. Chris Peach did this Tome Keeper's veteran intercessor. And Rainbow Warriors. Cute. It's a nice color scheme. Primaris Lieutenant by Louise. Alright, here we go. What is that? Disciples of Tzeentch, Victory, Blades of Khorne, Victory, starting point. I don't. Okay. I don't get it. Maybe it'll come to me at some point. Sorcery. Gosh. I don't know. Fire Slayers. Oh, Fire Slayer's leader ability. Hey, come here. Come here. Fire Slayer leader's ability. Very one ability, okay. Idoneth Deepkin leader ability. Way of the Depths. Until the end of the battle round, add 1 to the strength characteristic of attack actions that have a range characteristic of 3 or less. Add 1 to the strength made by this fighter and by visible friendly fighters that have the Idoneth Deepkin rune mark. And, well, that's a nice... Most of the leader abilities are, if you killed something, you get to do something. This is not if you killed something, you get to do something, which therefore is more easily used. What was you? Fire Slayers, Master Fighter can only use his ability, has been taken down. There we go, another one that you have to take down someone for this to come into play. Until the end of the battle round, add 1 to the damage points allocated to enemy fighters by each hit or critical hit from attack actions that have a range characteristic while they're made by friendly while they're within 6 inches. Or specific. I like this non-specific one. That's nice. Cool. And we've got this character. Shoot. This guy. Who, I don't know the particular name of them. The Fire Slayers kind of all look the same to me. But the guy with the flame in his hand. And on his staff. I will look it up. And you. 160 points, not bad. 5-inch movement, better than the 3. Oh, you poor slowpoke. I had a slowpoke in my iron golems. 20 health, though, that's alright. Toughness, that's good. Good. 2 range, 4 attacks, 4 strength, 2 to 5 damage. Yeah, it's alright. 1, 3, 4 wounds. It's not so good. But you are 40 points less. And I wonder what other abilities you have. It's only 120 points though, so it's all right. I like you. All right. Now, Soul Guard. Oh, more Corsair Void Scars. Yeah. Come out. Maybe I can do it better this time. No, definitely cannot do it better this time. I fail miserably. That's because I'm on camera. And one must fail miserably when they're on camera. That is the rule of cameras. Alright. The realm of metal. Shaman is a realm forever in flux. To survive in this metallic expanse requires a steely resolve. The stuff of change has always been in abundance here, and those who do not remain true to their purpose will soon find themselves at the mercy of wild magic. Spiral. Look at that map. Cool. Carrick Heartlands, Gazanzar, the Sigyorn. Realmscapes. Alex Realmscapes. The Spiral Crux. Oh, look at those arts. Archaon versus... I see at least one little dude. I hope he's not alone. There's a Stormcast Journal there. It's fine. Realms Caves, look at those pretty. Look at that pretty. That's so pretty. Pretty scheme. Transmutational visions. Look at all this nice lore. Lore about Age of Sigmar. Escapes. Realms. Tom Celestial. Wherever the Blades of Khorne go, brutal slaughter is soon to follow. Of course. They're not doing their job right if they don't. These armies of cannibals, madmen, and war-hungry demons exist to serve the most wrathful of the Chaos Gods. Over the centuries, their bloodthirsty crusades have seen entire swaths of realms drowned in gore, and they show no sign of stopping. You stop when you're dead. In bloody fashion. Legions of the Blood God, the Age of the Axe. So if you haven't heard about what the Blades of Khorne are all about, you got to read through all of this. Khorne seethed at this reversal of fortune. His anger only deepened as the necroquake rocked the realms, and the power of magic was heightened by the dawning of the Arcanum of Optimar. How dare they! Battletome Blades of Khorne update. Okay, let's check this out. Open Blue Match Campaigns. The last section is a campaign arc for your Blades of Khorne to play through. In this campaign arc, a Blades of Khorne warband has been tasked with bringing to ruin a Tzeentch Flux Cairn deep in the Volchark peaks of the Spiral Crux. This Flux Cairn serves as a conduit for diabolical sorcery, but defeating the disciples of Tzeentch in battle will loosen their hold upon this land and enable you to tear the Flux Cairn asunder, diminishing the magical energies that have long saturated this land. Hatred of sorcery. In case you didn't figure that out, they don't like sorcery. Okay, each time a friendly Khorne unit is affected by a spell or the abilities of an endless spell, you must roll a dice on a 6, ignore the effect of that spell or that endless spell's abilities on that unit, and you receive 1 blood tithe point. Nice. Come at me, bro. Skull Altar, we already read through that. Open play, match play, new battle tactics. Got some battle tactics. Grand strategy for it is when the battle ends, you complete this grand strategy. If every battle round after the first, you summoned Khorne demon units to the battle by expending blood type. That's a lot of blood that I would have needed to gather to do that every round. Every battle round after the first. I'll try. I give it a go. Alright, battle tactics. Blood for the altar. Pick one enemy unit within 9 inches of your skull altar. You complete this battle tactic if that unit is destroyed during this turn. That's not so difficult. Slay the sorcerer. Pick one hero. One enemy hero on the battlefield that is wizard. You complete this battle tactic if that hero is slain during this turn. Also not so difficult. There are a lot of wizards around. Just don't choose it if you're going against someone who doesn't have wizards. Which aren't very many. The Trial of Skulls. Pick one friendly unit. You complete this battle tactic if 8 or more enemy models are slain by attacks made by that unit during this turn. Also not so bad. Choose that's just one friendly unit. Choose a Bloodthirster and go for dudes on an objective. They had to die anyway. Blood for the blood. The Will of Khorne. That's about it. Kind of expecting a little bit more bonus most of it. Some more stuff. Just battle trait. Add the following battle trait. Alright. The Will of Khorne. Long has the Changer of the Ways held power in Shaman, but his wrathful brother, the Blood God Khorne, has designs of his own on the realm of metal. Yes, need all that metal. Axes. Let's make axes. As one of his trusted warriors, you have been sent to usurp Tzeentch power in this loathsome magical realm. What is the campaign arc? What is a campaign arc? A campaign arc is a self-contained mini-campaign that can either be played as a standalone campaign, an open or match play, or as part of a Path to Glory campaign. This one is designed to last for 3 battles, making for a perfect weekend's worth of gaming between 2 players. Fun times. Fun times. Battle 1, Blood and Witchfire. Battle 2, Throne of Brass. Battle 2, Changing Fortunes. I guess that depends. Battle 3, The Fate of the Flux Cairn. The Measure of Sorcery. Winning the campaign. Oh, that's what this thing is for. Cool. Rewards. So we just need a Tzeentch versus Blades of Khorne. We can get there. We can get there. Here's the battle plan. And we're going on to the next thing. Right, Rules of Engagement, created by the Age of Sigmar games developers, focuses on the creation, design, and evolution of the rules of Warhammer Age of Sigmar. This issue, Luis Aguilar dives into the new Tides of Death rules. Tides of Death rules. Tide of Death breakdown. Okay, well, I should take care of that later. Manipulating the tide. Right. So that's for Idoneth Deepkin. Yeah. Battle tactics spotlights how you might want to use it. Manipulating the tide and so on. Boiling point. In this article, we bring you there it is. Auric Flamekeeper and Achelian Thrall Master are the names of the 2 characters. We bring you rules for the 2 new characters in your games of Warcry, the Achelian Thrallmaster for the Idoneth Deepkin and the Auric Flamekeeper for the Fyreslayers, which are out of the box, the Fury of the Deep box, are these models. And got some extra Fyreslayer leader abilities, Preserve the Lodge, Territory rules. A Fyreslayer Lodge measures its strength in warriors and oaths fulfilled, and of course in Urgold, the mystical metal that Fyreslayers believe houses the essence of their slain god Grimnir. Every effort of the Fyreslayers is made in the hope of securing this prize, which is then forged into Urgold ruins embedded in the bodies of the Fyreslayers to give them a portion of the power of their god. When a Fyreslayer falls, their comrades will recover their Urgold, which sounds quite... well, yeah. Probably less freaky than Space Marines recovering gene seeds instead. And see it returned to the Lodge. However, when disaster strikes and a whole Fyreslayer force is destroyed, then the Lodge must send its finest warrior to recover the metal it values above all else. I guess if you burn their bodies in a regular fire, the metal would be fine, because it have to be superheated. I don't know why I was thinking that too far into it. Let's not. Territory rules. Forge icon. You can spend 10 glory points to dominate a territory by fashioning an icon of the dwarven god Grimnir. Mark on your warband roster how many territories you dominate. Kill. Right before the harvest, territory rules for items. Some battle plans. Battle plans with the Red Harvest terrain pieces, which are lovely terrain pieces, by the way. Warhammer Warcry Red Harvest. It is a complete game. You could buy it to get everything that you needed to play Warcry, plus some fantastic terrain. Oh, more battle plans, and the double-sided map. Glory points. Glory Points is our column all about Warhammer Underworld's Herald Deep. Curated by the Age of Sigmar games developers, this column delves into the development of the game, plus rules, tactics, and gameplay. This issue, John summons up Mystic Hexes. John Bracken is a game developer of in the Age of Sigmar team, and one of the main writers of Warhammer Underworld. Hello, John. For the purposes of these rules, we will refer to lethal, cover, and the following new hex types as mystic hexes. Mystic hex list. There are 12 different mystic hexes. There's a mystic hex step. To play a game of mystic hexes, both players must agree to do so. You can't force it on someone. Darn, right? Darn. Unstable hexes, 12. Cool. Alternative ways to play. Sounds fun. Who doesn't want to have a hex that gives you +1 damage to range 1 attack actions that target a fighter in a wrathful hex? And +1 damage and grievous to fighter range 1 and range 2 attacks actions while in a wrathful hex. Ooh, Aeronautica Imperialis with the wee little things. The eternal conflict across tortured skies and war-racked worlds, skilled Eldari pilots do battle with the soulless metal aeronauts of the Necron dynasties. Here we present 3 unique scenarios that pit these ancient foes against each other in desperate aerial combat. The raid of Zargakonia. Probably. Cute little webway. Heart of the Tomb. So, some rules for Aeronautica Imperialis. Taking the hobbits to Isengard. We're taking the hobbits to Isengard, We're taking the hobbits to Isengard. Playing through the story of the Lord of the Rings is one of the most rewarding ways to play the Middle-earth strategy battle game. But what if you don't have an opponent? Well, the hobbits in the Middle-earth team have adapted a scenario for solo play. Not that I should be able to have any difficulty finding people to play with, but solo play sounds fun too. Solo play rules. Moving the Uruk-hai. The Uruk-hai in combat. Okay, so you just turn them into NPCs, which not only would be good for solo play, I imagine, but also would be good for cooperative play. If you have NPCs, then that means there's always the option to have cooperative play. Just double the Uruk-hai, it's fine. I say, having never tested it. Ambush at Amonhen. The hordes of Saruman. Find the halflings. Should a hobbit suffer their final wound, instead of being slain, they will recover a single wound and be knocked out instead. Of course, you can't just kill off the hobbits. That's terrible. Other than one poor hobbit. The target table. The target table determines the order in which the Uruk-hai will pick their targets if ever they need to choose between 2 or more members of the Fellowship. These guys look really, really angry. They're in combat. Of course they would be angry looking. Man, I am not painted enough of these guys. I got Treebeard up there. Gotta do it. Busy Callum Davis. Labyrinth of Lies. In the third part of Heirs of Reason, Sergeant Lornax and his squad of incursors attempt to flush out the insurrectionists as the fighting on Anakletos intensifies. However, as casualties mount, the burden of responsibility and loss weighs upon him. I would totally write stories for White Dwarf. Just saying. That'd be fun. Okay, inside the studio. As we come to the end of the magazine, we take a look at, not that I would ever want to take a spot from Callum Davis, because he works hard. As we come to the end of the magazine, we take a look at the games the studio staff have been playing and the models they've been painting. This issue, a 2-captain challenge, converted heroes, a sneaky sentinel, a host of angels, and some gaming in the studio. Ultramarines Captain by Lyle Lowry. Oh, nice blue. blue is that? Looks pretty. Does that Talasar blue? Pretty. I like the addition of rough stuff to the and the alternative version. Termkeeper's Captain by Nick Baton. Alright, you guys have to face off now. Hobby Bingo. There's Ben Humber has continued to paint his Sentinel. Sophie Bostock. Oh, that's a cool looking miniature. Kit Bash mold, I assume so, because I recognize this stance. And they have wings. I very much enjoy this vampire with wings. Feels like all vampires should have wings now. She looks great. I like that a lot. I like that so much. Okay, Matthew Hudson painted this Thousand Sun fellow. Looks good. It says it's kit bashed. I just used Exalted Sorcerer and Rubric Marine parts. Yeah. Pretty. Hobbo Bingy. Hobbo. My word. Hobby Bingo Spotlight. And pretty. That one is by Arthur Higham. Pretty. Snowy. Where did that wee thing come from? Is that Reboot Gilman's? I don't know. Oh, nice. So shiny. So shiny. No, they're not shiny. Well, they are shiny. And also, their paint is coming off them. Looks good. Is that gloss? Varnish brush? War in Carcass Dons. Oh. Is that Warcry? That's totally Warcry, isn't it? Oh, look at those realm gates. That's not Warcry. That's Age of Sigmar. That's Warcry. No, that's also Age of Sigmar. Yeah, that's using 2 battle boards. I like it. Ooh. Haven't seen anything about you for a bit. Caradron Overlords versus Tzeentch. Coming next one, maybe. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you did. Oh, and I am currently working on some plasma glow effects. Straightforward 2 to 3, maybe 4-step process to do a realistic plasma glow. Of course, the longer you spend at it, the more accurate it will be, but I'm hoping to make it a simple process for you to follow. Using this one, these are all of course using the airbrush because the airbrush really is the easiest way to get a glow across. But I'm also going to work on making a simple way of doing it without an airbrush for those who do not have one. But if you plan on using a lot of glow effects, airbrush is a great investment, not just for glow, but for so much. If time is important to you, airbrush is worth it. I personally like the Iwata Revolution and the Iwata Eclipse for multitude of reasons, but this is not the video for that. So, bye!